I might have to turn off my video from time to time, but I can't find my little phone stand to put my phone on. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll just be right here on that microwave now.
We can see
How
you
about
and hear you, Milton.
huh?
We can see you and hear you.
Okay then. I'll just leave right here then. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
You got your stuff ready, Connie? Connie, you got your stuff ready? You ready to
Yeah,
go?
I'm washing stuff. I would do the cabbage, so I got all visuals.
You got the cabbage. I was thinking about doing the cabbage.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's look like something I don't know nothing about.
Now, they know a whole lot, a whole lot about when it comes to cooking. Bread.
Should oh I guess should I cut the cabbage up first, or are you? I see you gonna wait. Okay, I'll wait till you get to it.
Well,
I'm
it's actually now.
See, I can't see nothing unless somebody start talking. Hold on. Ah,
So,
okay. I see some names now. Okay then. Okay, that feels better.
oh, no, I'm not.
Furbish got two cameras, like you did last time, I guess.
Do you have a little? Can you see us now, Milton?
Yeah, I can see you. I can see Furbish. Charmaine's got her little what you call on there, the picture of face.
Hi, Milton. This is Grandma.
Hi, Grandma. How you doing? You got your own camera on? Yeah, I see you. I see it. I see it. I see it. I'm trying to find everybody. And I think I found. Let's see.
I think you need to switch to gallery view. That's what
No, you should go. No, don't go to gallery view. Go to speaker view.
Go to what?
No, I meant
view.
Milton.
Oh, I think that is where I am. I think I'm on speaker. Well, right now, let me see live.
Well, let me go do something.
I
I don't.
Oh Lord. Let me see something. Hold on. Show captions. No, no, no.
Speak of you.
So y'all can see me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just leave it like this. I'm not gonna mess with this no more.
We can see you in gallery view, but if you go into speaker view, then you're going to see Jerome on one screen and the food that he's preparing on the other. That's why he said go to speaker view.
Well, where is the speak of you?
Good question.
Up
Oh,
there
I think
goes, well,
that,
iPad.
that is the screen and a little dots, like 3 dots under it.
It's
Oh, okay.
It's
3
all-
dots. That's chat.
No, that ain't on speaker view on my thing.
Are you on your iPad, Mom?
Huh?
Are you on your iPad?
Yes.
Go up to your right hand corner. You see those 9 squares.
9 squares.
9 little squares right by the speaker. Little image of a speaker.
Yeah.
9 little dots.
I see them. Okay.
Touch them and when you come up with speaker gallery or hide non-video participants. So you want to hit speaker view.
Switch. Well, this is saying switch to gallery view. Oh, I got it.
Got it?
Okay. Yes.
Gotcha.
I have it.
Let me see. I think I'm gonna leave mine like this. Because I can see Jerome's kitchen. I can see his food. I can see the kitchen he's in.
You see,
And
Yeah, but that's the way you need to be.
okay, I'm gonna leave mine like this. I can see everybody else kind of sorta, but I
Yeah.
can mainly see him. I can mainly see his kitchen and the food. So that's gonna work for me.
That's the way he wants it.
All right, I'm ready. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
We're Mother Furbish.
yeah, Grandma Furbish, I already cooked mine.
You ready? Oh no, you got ahead of the game, Grandma.
I can't see and cook 2 in my kitchen.
Oh Lord. Okay, well there you go.
we're actually gonna start with the cabbage. And I sent you out all the ingredients for the cabbage.
I can hear it. I can see.
Let me adjust this camera real quick.
Man, I should make some cabbage. Man. That's a big old cabbage too.
Yeah, it look good too.
That's a nice fresh looking cabbage right there.
I'll go a little more back.
Huh?
Yeah. So we're gonna start with the cabbage. I'm gonna go ahead and start heating my pan while we start to cut up the vegetables. It doesn't matter what order you cut the vegetables up in. Sorry, got over here. So we got our peppers. I got different colored peppers. Our carrots, onion, spring onion, head of cabbage. I'm not gonna use the whole head of cabbage because that's a pretty large head of cabbage. I got some fresh thyme. If you didn't get fresh thyme and you want to use dry thyme, you can, but I would recommend going very lightly with it because it has a strong flavor to it.
Hey, Brother Jerome,
Yes.
is there anything that the chicken and fish people can be doing while you're doing the cabbage?
I got salt and pepper on mine.
Yeah, you can salt and pepper it. That's about it. If you haven't washed it, wash it.
Yep, watch it
Could you
first.
say
Put
that
salt
again, I
and pepper on
couldn't
there.
hear you.
He said, "Wash it, brother Steve. Wash it. Wash your food."
Got
How you doing? Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead
Thank
and
you.
cut the peppers real quick. And you want to try to cut them as uniform as possible so that they cook evenly.
Oh,
I got the peppers of different. I got the different color peppers, even though they flavor-wise they're all the same, but visually, when you see them in your cabbage, you're gonna get a different effect rather than have just everything all green for you. We eat with our eyes as well as our mouth. I was asked what kind of cut am I doing? I am doing a Fujian cut. So you want to make?
are we cutting the carrots now?
Yeah, we're gonna cut up everything. I'm on the carrots now. And you want to cut them so you don't have any real big pieces. It takes longer to cook that way.
Could we get everybody else to mute though, so we can hear when you speak, Jerome?
Jordan's monitoring the laptop, so if you have a question, you can raise your hand, do a raise hand or unmute yourself to ask a question. I think I'm gonna cut it. Now, when you cut the onion, that's what you can. You cut the onion, you want to cut downward instead of going this way. You want to cut so you have 2 even halves, so that you have the different stems, and then you want to just cut and separate the pieces as you cut. And for this, I'm only going to use half of the onion. Okay. Yeah, I'm only going to use half onion. So I also have this spring onion here with me. And that I'm just going to chop up. But, now we could have done, I could have put in the instructions to do this ahead of time, but I wasn't sure who was doing what. So I figured I would do this part on the camera. Now with this cabbage, you have to be careful because it's really tough to cut at times. I have a mallet here that I use.
Well, you lost me right there with that knife.
Yep. Just work your way through it. I'm going to have this as well. Now, because this is a quick cook, I cut this core out. If we were going to cook this like my mama used to cook cabbage, where she have it on the pot for a couple of hours, so it get nice and tender, you could spice that up, leave it in there. Because actually, I do like to eat this portion once it gets tender. But cooking is pretty fast. I'm going to go ahead and take that out, and then we just uniformly dice cabbage. I do want to get a couple of these cloves of garlic. Just a fine dice. And now that everything's cut up, you can cook. A little bit of olive oil in the pan. Yeah, olive oil for this one. Now, if you're using the fresh thyme, this will be the point where you can put it in. Get some of the seasoning, the oil, the oil. We're going to be taking that out as well. And we want to put our carrots in first, because those take longer to cook.
How much oil we using?
About 2 tablespoons.
I done messed up already. I done put my carrots and my onion and green pepper together.
Well, that means you got to cook it a little bit longer. I just cook the carrots because they take longer to cook than the rest of the vegetables. So I cook them first to get a head start. Now they're starting to soften up a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the vegetables in. All my peppers, my onions, my spring onions. Then mix in with the carrots. A little bit of salt and pepper. And now we want to put our cabbage. Try to break the cabbage up a little bit.
Now I know this is gonna sound stupid, but the spring onions, do we put in the green part or the white part?
Both.
Oh.
The root off. thing we want to add is butter. About 3 tablespoons of butter.
How much? 2 tablespoons?
3.
3.
I put my pan back on the top, and I put the top on it. It starts to steam. Clean up my station a little bit.
Question. So that was the whole cabbage except for those 2 the tough pieces, right?
Pretty big head of
Lord,
And as you're cleaning, talk to us about what makes you enjoy.
why do I like I would say that it's an offshoot of something I've always done growing up. I like to build and tinker and create. And if you recall, back in 6515, when we first moved in, we had some people come in and do some work, and they did shoddy work. So one of the things I said to myself is, I could teach myself to do the work myself, and I know how it was done. I ain't gonna say it was always done right, but at least I knew how it was done. And I could always redo or undo what I did. But then it gave you a sense of I wouldn't say pride, but self-worth, walking past something that you've done. And especially if it's something that has pop to it, like when I redesigned the whole bathroom.
Yeah.
It's something that you can take pride in. And cooking for me, is an offshoot of that, especially when you cook something that others enjoy. It just is an offshoot of what I've always done as far as develop and build. And with cooking, you can come up with all kinds of recipes, make them your own. One thing I did, I don't know if I touched on this last year or not, but one thing about cooking, especially for a home cook, it's a lot different cooking at home than it is cooking in a restaurant. And what I mean by that is, in a restaurant, the patron has to adjust to whatever recipe the chef makes, because the chef isn't cooking for a specific person. So he doesn't take into consideration whether this person has an allergy, this person has a like or dislike to take spicy food, can't eat spicy food, or want spicy food. So those things aren't taken into consideration when you're cooking in a restaurant typically. Now, they do have some leeway with what they do, and they talk about it and they tell you up front that this might be a little spicy or whatever. But they're cooking for a larger number of people. Cooking at home, on the other hand, you're cooking for someone specific. And there are specific things that, if you're cooking, if you're really trying to cook for that person, there are likes and dislikes that person has, and you need to take those into consideration. It's not, allergies definitely, but the likes and the dislikes need to be taken into consideration as well. I was having a conversation with my neighbor this afternoon, and we were talking about, I was telling him about tonight we're doing recipes and everything, and he was like, "Oh, I got a new recipe," and he basically described it. It was more like a quiche with eggs and spinach and all this other stuff in it. I'll bring you some. Is that something you like? I was like, well, no, I don't typically eat that. I tell them I don't eat egg sandwich. I don't eat eggs in my sandwich. So like an egg McMuffin or any of those kind of sandwiches. Grandma will go on trips to the country to get up early, make breakfast, and make sandwiches. Put all the breakfast food on the sandwich. And I couldn't eat it because I don't like eggs and bread. I just never could eat eggs on bread. And so he's like, oh, okay. Right? It's just me. I just can't eat that. So you have to take the likes and dislikes into consideration when you're cooking for others. And this is starting to get tender. It's only going to take a couple more minutes. So Fred, are you cooking anything else?
Say what?
Are you cooking anything else?
No, I'm just gonna cook the cabbage.
Okay, well, you keep cooking the cabbage while it's still tender.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is transfer that.
I just got one more question, Jerome. How fast am I cooking the cabbage?
Medium heat.
Medium heat? Okay.
Yeah, you don't want your pan too hot because it'll burn.
Okay, I'm doing it.
You want to stir it often. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this to my stove back here and let it continue to cook and move on to the salmon. So we're going to start with the salmon. You want to make sure to pat the salmon dry, get all the moisture off. One of the things that tickles me when I watch this on TV is they'll pat it dry and then they'll turn it over and the plate has a lot of moisture in it. So they're basically putting what they just patted dry back into a moist plate. So what I do is I like to start off with a paper towel underneath so that it collects the moisture as well. The drier you can get it, the better. Because what we're trying to do is get, if you have salmon with the skin on it, you want to cook the crispy skin on it. So I pat it dry. Sprinkle it with a little bit of salt. Salt and pepper. You want to sprinkle it up high so you don't get basic clumps all in one spot. You want to turn it over and do the other side as well. So here's one of those things that I was talking about as far as prepping. You notice I'm putting very little pepper on this salmon because I'm not eating this salmon. With me, it wouldn't matter. I'm not eating this salmon. And the person that's eating this salmon doesn't like pepper. Well, she can eat pepper, she doesn't like heavy pepper. So you want to put enough oil in the pan to cover the bottom of the pan. That's about, I would say, 3 tablespoons of oil in this particular pan.
Let's cook it on that olive oil.
Yeah, this is regular vegetable oil.
Oh, okay.
All of it. I'm trying to get the heat up. Olive oil tends to have a burnt flavor if the pan gets too hot. So I'm cooking this with the regular canola oil. That's on my cabbage. So with this cabbage, going back to it determines how long you should cook it. If you want a bite to your cabbage, tooth feel, this is pretty much done. But you can cook it a little longer if you want a softer cabbage, something that, as they say, melts in your mouth kind of thing. So it's your preference as to how long you cook it. My oil is pretty hot, so I'm going to put salmon skin side down away from me. Now, your salmon might stick initially, and that's okay. Because what will happen is, as the salmon cooks, as that skin gets crisp, it'll release from the pan. And that's maybe 2 or 3 minutes. You'll see, if you look to the side of the salmon, you'll see where it starts to cook. We're going to cook most of the time on the skin side of the salmon, because that's if we want that crisp. We don't want the meaty side of the salmon crispy, not as crispy as the skin. We do want some texture to it, but not as much as the skin side. And you'll see it go to the side, it starts to change color. The bottom part is cooking more, and it's starting to increase. It's starting to move up and move up, move up. Give us another minute, and we'll set. See how they're moving around now? There's no grab in the pan. It's pretty much cooked on the bottom now. So I'll give it another minute, then I'll flip. That just took about 3 to 4 minutes.
the questions asked. Anyone have any questions? Yes, you can drop them in the chat or you can unmute. Guys are quiet out there, hopefully salmon is this color like the one in here. We have some comments in the chat.
Everything is cooked. For me or somebody else?
Something you enjoy.
J'ai trop fait, je vous forme.
Somebody can.
So my favorite thing to cook, I guess if I'm cooking for myself, it's probably fried chicken. If I'm cooking for someone else, very stir fry. I think our first year we did stir fry. No, the first year we did stir fry. Second we did Alfredo. So this is pretty much done. We're gonna plate this inside up presentation. And plate it with some of this colorful cabbage and lemon wedge for garnish. That's our salmon dish.
Everybody okay? I think you guys are quiet. I know we put you guys on mute so we can make sure everybody can hear the instructions. Just checking and making sure salmons are good and cooked. Ready to move on to chicken?
Yes, anxiously waiting.
Oh, okay.
But you only
Yeah, me too. Me too. And I don't know if I can. If it's my audio, but I can't hardly hear anybody what anybody's saying. It sounds all garbled. So what are we doing now with the chicken?
So first thing first, I have a chicken breast that I'm gonna cut. It's kind of thick, so I don't want to cook it with being that thick. So I'm just cutting down the middle of this chicken breast.
Mhm.
I'm not sure. I mean, so if your chicken, if you have a breast that's not as thick as this, it's okay not to cut it. I'm just cutting this because it is thick. Just like the salmon, we want to remove as much moisture from this as possible. So we want to pat it dry with paper towel. And I have a paper towel underneath so I don't have to worry about, so I don't have to worry about patting the underneath side because that's being taken care of as well. About 2 tablespoons, a spoon and a half, too much. I know I put on the paper olive oil, but you know, for me, the hardest part of this session was coming up with writing down the recipe, because I don't typically measure. I eyeball everything, and so having to come up with the measurement, approximate, and everything else. Like, okay,
So you just put 2 tablespoons of what, olive oil on the chicken?
actually, I use canola oil, but you can use olive oil or canola oil.
All right.
That goes in the pan, not on the chicken.
So we want to,
And the heat is turned up to what, medium?
yes, medium heat. We want to salt and pepper our chicken on both sides. I'm getting a little bit of smoke coming off my pan, so I know it's nice and hot. So place my chicken in the pan. And let it sit, just like you did with the salmon. Wash my pan. While the chicken is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up my salad. I'm doing a fine dice on my salad. I have some rather large cloves of garlic. So it says 2 on there, but if I had a smaller clove, I would go 2. This is kind of large, so I'm just gonna do the 1. Check on our chicken. You see, they're starting to get color, but it's not brownish yet. Bottom is, but the top part isn't. We'll leave it there for another minute or so. One of the things that I find is very helpful in the kitchen is cooking a lot. Is instant read thermometer. Tell you how close your chicken is or the food is to being done. Like this smaller piece of chicken is done. The internal temperature should be around 165, 160 because it's going to keep cooking once you take it off. The bigger piece is not done. It's only getting at 140, 130 in the thicker part. So it has a little more cooking to do. When it takes the smaller piece off, that's done. Let it rest. You can see it.
Jerome,
Yeah.
what kind of cooking element is that you're using?
This here,
Yes.
it's an electric cooktop. It's an electric induction cooktop. So it will only work with stainless steel pans.
Only work with what?
With stainless steel pans.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I had another pan I wanted to use for the cabbage, and it'll tell you it won't work for that pan. almost done.
Yeah, my chicken is not cooking fast enough. We got a little ways to go yet.
Somebody said we had a long way to go, ways to go. I didn't get the first part of that.
My temperature's only up to about 120.
Oh. So the temperature only to 120. That's the 160.
Yeah, I would stop it at 160 because it's going to continue to cook as it rests.
Yeah, I think you had a little bit more oil in your pan than I had in mine.
Yeah. I have a tendency to clean as I go. We're coming to the home stretch. Only thing we have left to do is the pan sauce. Who else is doing chicken? Well, I'll go ahead and talk. Hopefully, your pan looks a little bit like this. You have this spawn down here coming after the chicken cooked. That's actually flavor. We want that. That's going to flavor our sauce. It's not burnt. It's flavor. So let a couple of people catch up, and then we'll go ahead and do the sauce. No, give me a minute. We start with the pan sauce. Some of that, still some in the left with the pan sauce. Onions, you know, yeah, and here's some back with the cabbage. So go in with my salad. I'll hold off my garlic for a minute.
Hello. Did you put your onions in? I mean, your shallots and your garlic in there already?
I put my onion shallots in first. Let them get a little translucent, a little clear. And now I'm putting my garlic in.
Yeah. All right.
It was just like when we did the cabbage. The carrots went in first because it takes a little bit longer to cook. So I put the onions in first because they take a little bit longer to cook. Not scrape. So I'm not scraping very hard to get the spawn off the bottom of the pan right now, because I don't want that to burn while I'm sauteing the onion and the garlic. But I will get the rest of it off in a minute. Just one more minute. Now I'm going to add my chicken stock. One cup of chicken stock. And now I am going to scrape the bottom of the pan, get all that flavor off.
You put chicken stock in, and is the butter in there yet?
No, butter's not in yet.
All right.
The only thing we have so far is the shallots put in first, the garlic, and then the chicken stock. And we want to get this up to a simmer because we want to reduce this down. We want to basically start to thicken this naturally.
Jerome, are you using regular chicken stock or are you using a low sodium, or do you recommend one or the other?
It's preference.
Okay.
For this, I think I'm using regular. Yeah, that's regular. It's more tangy, but it's regular. I do cook with the low sodium a lot because you can control how much salt you put in there. And if you need more salt, you can always add more salt. So we got a good oil going in, or simmer going in.
Did you just put the chicken back in? No.
Putting in the butter now. You see after the butter started to melt, it's starting to thicken up some. You can add a little bit of pepper and just a little bit of salt. As point out, the chicken stock already has some salt in it. Just a little salt. We'll let this reduce. While this is reducing, we go ahead and chop up my parsley. Chop up fresh herbs. You can just boil them up like this. And then chop. And then boil again. We have my fresh parsley all chopped up. And the sauce thickens. Getting there. And you can tell that the sauce is thickening up by inserting a spoon. And you can see whether it sticks to the back of the spoon or not. I can see that. But if you run your finger down the spoon and it doesn't part, you can tell how thick the sauce is getting. Another 2 minutes or so. For that extra pop, we're going to add some lemon juice. I'm using a fresh lemon, but if you have the kind in the little bottle, that's fine too. I'm squeezing a half a lemon in the sauce. This is picking up nicely. I mean, if you wanted to take a shortcut, you could put a thickening agent in there, like flour or cornstarch, but you have more concentrated flavor if you just let it cook down naturally. This back here. Who wanted to say presentation with everything? Okay.
What do you say, Stevie?
I'm waiting for my sauce to thicken.
Oh yeah, mine's too.
You This is about the thickness you want it. Where you pour it through the pan, you see how slowly it is filling the gap. I mean, it's hard to see, but as I did before, if you take a spoon and you run your finger down that spoon, it does not connect both sides. So you tell what the thickness is. So that chicken, now it's chicken, add our parsley. Yeah. I'm about to use my main camera, but let's play this right here. The rest put the sauce on top of the chicken. Brown the chicken. And we're going to slice the chicken for presentation. So cut it at an angle. Okay, so chicken on top just like that. And let's grab some of this cabbage. And there you have it. On the bottom. So there you have it. We have our stir-fried cabbage, pan-seared salmon, well, can we call it pan-seared salmon?
Yeah, that looks perfect, man. Mine don't look that good, but mine is good though.
It's pan-seared salmon.
Mine
I'm just saying.
With a lemon butter sauce.
Mine tastes better than it looks.
That's all right.
That's the good part.
I don't have to taste mine. I know mine is gonna taste good. Mine was really good. I added some mushrooms, some baby bella mushrooms to mine, son. Yeah. How about that, Carney? You hear that?
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna make this for my daughter when she comes to town. She's a vegetarian.
Mm.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I really have something I can make for her and her husband now.
There you go.
Before we jump into it, unlike what we did last time, could someone say grace?
Say what now?
How much did you say?
He said, God is great.
No,
Oh
he
yeah,
said
let's yeah. We
Milk is
we can
supposed
say
to
that
say
together.
grace.
We can say that together. I like that prayer. Y'all ready to pray?
Yeah, I'm always ready to pray.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know that prayer? God is great, God is good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's say it together. Here we go. God is
God is
great.
great.
God
God
is
God is
good.
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 And we
And we
thank
thank
we
him
thank him
for our
for
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 our
our food.
by
by
his
his
By
name.
his hands,
Hands,
We
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 are
all
we
are
all
fed.
are fed.
good.
Thank you,
yes,
Lord,
Lord.
Lord,
daily.
our
for daily
daily
bread.
Daily
bread.
bread.
Amen.
Amen.
Brother
Amen.
Furbish, thank you so much for your expertise and your willingness to share with us your generosity. And we're looking forward to seeing everybody. There's a great turnout tonight, buddy. I said 16 names on here. Please, everybody, turn out tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. We got the Truth and Reconciliation panel discussion with Pastor and with Curtis DeYoung is going to be fantastic. So just come on out, everybody, at 1:30. We'd love to see y'all out there. Can't wait to see y'all again. God bless. Thank you,
God bless.
Jerome.
Thank you, Jerome.
Have a good evening. Unplug it. Plug this thing as well.
Oh, it's good.
Great.
Bye.